2016 and offer a variety of breaks from pick your teams and pick your players to random teams and drafted teams, mixers, and more. We built this app with the collector in mind, with features like scheduled drop times, custom notification settings, and earn rewards on purchases, among other things. And we want to be a one-stop shop for collectors, which is why we've added services like PSA grading and eBay consignment straight from breaks. We are a PSA authorized dealer and offer grading services from value to walkthrough. All you need to do is fill out the form on our website within 24 hours of a break completing, and we will take care of the rest. All submissions for breaks come with a review and wipe down of your card, and you won't be charged anything until we get your card back from PSA. eBay consignment is a similar process where you will need to fill out a form on our site within 24 hours of a break completing for any cards you'd like to submit. All cards will be listed next business day for a 5-day auction starting at 99 cents. And after the sale, you'll have the option to be paid out via check, PayPal goods, or break credit. The links for these services will be in the description of every break. If you have any questions about how the app or how our breaks work, feel free to message us on your preferred social platform. Or jump in the chat of one of our breaks and the break host can help walk you through it. Summer is here and Real Sports Cards is hitting the road on June 16th. I'm talking about the 2025 Real Sports Cards Summer Road Trip, where we'll be virtually road tripping across the country, with a few in-person stops mixed in, giving away something every single day of the road trip tied to the city that we happen to be in that day. All right here on the Real Sports Cards app. But that's just the beginning of the fun, because similar to our collector games last year, you'll be able to accumulate points every single break for a chance to win break credit. The point totals for this will reset weekly, so no matter when you decide to join the fun, you'll always have a chance at the top spot that week. But there will still be a massive prize for the person that accumulates the most points during the duration of the road trip. The road trip begins June 16th on our way to Fanatics Fest in New York City, and will continue through September 7th when we make it back to Minneapolis in time for the grand opening of our new store. We'll have more info on all of this coming soon, which will be posted right here in the app. In the meantime, start grabbing your favorite road trip snacks, crafting that perfect playlist, and filling up on gas, because this is going to be a road trip to remember.
What's happening, guys? Emil Sennick here with Real Sports Cards. We are live. Let's go bounty chasing, ladies and gents. 12-box hobby case. Not going to waste any time. We're going to get right into this thing. 12-box hobby case of 2025 Bowman. The fact that we even have any sealed cases is crazy right now. We've been blowing through this stuff like nothing. I am ready to rip in and see some heat. This is our random division break. The bounty is live at $11,400. $11,400. We have been going crazy trying to find it. We've got plenty of Bowman up and filling here tonight. And I'm excited. I'm excited for this one, guys. Let's see what damage we can do. We've had some really good hobby cases over the past couple weeks. And we just need some champagne swirls. Let me know who's here watching in with us. We just need to see some champagne swirls. What up, T-Wag? I did not see the Twins game today, but I did hear that Buxton hit for the cycle, which is pretty sick. A pretty big accomplishment. That's a pretty big feat. That did not happen all the time. All right, here we go, guys. Box number 1. We've got Ingrid Urania. Base ink to start us off. The AL East going to A Knicks. We want to try to get the least amount of base autos possible. There is Cobb Hightower on an X-Fractor. I was at the game last night and saw him beat the Pirates. There's Cam Caminiti, 162 of 199. Christian Moore, Reptilian. Upside down, Salvi Perez. I'll try to get through all these individual stacks as quick as we can. Get to the hits. Red rookies, Roki Sasaki. Little mini diamond, Kevin Castillo. And silver wave, Javier. 33 of 350. We'll be keeping track of our highest serial number numerator and our lowest. With Seaver King on a Reptilian. We'll be keeping track of those to award some points for the Real Sports Cards Summer Road Trip. All right, that's box 1. That is box number 1 right there. Let's see what serial numbers we had. We'll get a couple up there. See if they last. 33 of 350 is going to be a solid start for the lowest for the AL Central. Roki Red Rookies. And then for the highest, we have 162. So 2 number parallels there. Pretty easy. One's high, one's low. And let's dig into box number 2. This will most likely be our only full case of Bowman here today. Mainly because we just don't have that much left. I think we got more in Minnesota showing up on Monday. I'm sure the Wisconsin guys have some stuff stashed as well for a full Sunday tomorrow. Two Bowman breaks up and filling right now. Our mixer, multi-year mixer random that's coming up next, up and filling. And then another 25 Bowman mixer PYT that we posted up. Let's see, we've got Yermi Cabrera. 73 of 150 on the blue Ray Wave. That's not going to get it done. And Egleen Perez, another Yankees first Bowman auto. Yankees going to the AL East once again, and a Knicks. So Yankees back to back. We'll get our base autos out of the way as we're just getting started. Ichiro Cano Hernandez on an X-Fractor. I say we get our base autos out of the way, and then we can just start finding all low numbered autos. There's Cody Freeman, 333 of 499, sky blue paper to go on to the showcase as our new highest serial number. There's Reptilian Chen Wei Lin for the Cardinals. Been having champagne swirls dreams all night. I want to get someone paid this evening. There's Caden Dana on a red rookies. Kellen Lindsay with a mini diamond. There's a little Anderson Brito Reptilian. And that wraps up box number 2. What's up, Tim? Because movie's almost over. Sounds good. We'll chat when the movie's over, Tim. Hopefully it's a good one. I need to go see that that F1 movie. I heard that was the one with, was it Brad Pitt or whoever? I actually heard some pretty good reviews on that. I very rarely, well, I guess I don't watch many movies in general, but I very, very rarely go see a movie in theaters. But that one kind of had me thinking about it. As we dig into box number 3 of our hobby full case. I did it to myself by choosing the hobby on this one. We're gonna grind through these packs here. If anyone else is hanging out, even if you're not in this one and just watching, let me know. All right, let's go. There he is, Reptilian Richard Maddock. Ellie De La Cruz, Steal of a Deal cards. And that's pretty sick. 135 of 150. Lazaro Montes, Greatness Loading. The Greatness Loading Mini Diamond. This is a sweet looking card. Not going to be high or low enough. I've actually got 2 pretty good candidates for the high and low serial numbers right now. There is Hyun Xia Jang with the Reptilian. Dana, Rookie of the Year favorites. We're all business here on this one. Deal Amador with a red rookies. Nice. Jesus Madej with the blue Reptilian first Bowman. NL Central. That's 47 of 150 going to Tim Clark. Nice card, Tim. We can knock Ingrid Urania. Get my day in that money mitts. Mini Diamond, Ricardo Yan for the Diamondbacks. Like that card with that blue. Looks good. I feel like we've had some Jesus Madej show up today. I wouldn't mind seeing some Luis Pena either. And Aaron Estrada with the first Bowman base ink for the Orioles. The O's and the AL East getting all of our ink so far. A Knicks taking the first 3 autos. There is Walker Janik on an X-Fractor. With Walker Jenkins, 153 at 350 Silver Wave. Sweet one there for the AL Central. All right, there's a quarter of the case done. 3/4 left to go if my math is correct. Just keep top loading as we go. Make sure everything's protected up. And on to box 4. It'll be a late night Saturday. Nice to have the double, to be honest. I will not be here next Saturday. Heading up north to the lake. It is my fiance, her dad's side of the family. I wouldn't call it like a family reunion, but just kind of a family get-together weekend up at the lake that they do every year. So I've met a couple of her uncles, but not all of them. So I'll get to meet everyone on that side of the family, which will be good. Having met them at least once before the wedding next May. So it'll be Nags taking over for me on Saturday nights next week. But you don't have to wait for 2 weeks to see me. I'm taking over for Titus. Titus is going to be playing in a golf tournament this upcoming week. So Wednesday night and Thursday afternoon, I'll be here hanging out with you guys. All right, box number 5 now, I believe. We've got George Klassen. That's a nice base auto for the Angels. AL West. Going to Jeff Deeden. There you go, Jeff. Finally a little switch up from the NL East. Or from the AL East. No offense, A-Nix. We'll get back to you. We'll get back to you. There's Fabian Lopez on an X-Fractor. All base so far, though. That's what we really need to switch up. There is Cameron Sullivan, 16 of 75 on the yellow mini diamond for the Guards. AL Central. Smart Guy Sports going to take over the lowest serial number of the break. There is Cam Smith, 14 of 250, and Cam Smith with the Astros will take over the lowest serial number of the break, going to the AL West. All right, let's see if our next parallel is going to take something over. Reptilian Jack Penny. Three in a row there. Switches up for the lowest serial number. Now we're really looking. What was it? 14, I think it was. And like 3 something. Tomoyuki Sagano with the red rookie. Yes, if the super gets hit. There's Sammy Hernandez as a mini diamond. If the super gets hit, it does count as the lowest serial number as well. There's the password. Nice. Up 266 of 350 on the first Bowman Silver Wave. His stuff is selling great. AL East to A Knicks. Really nice card there. Gotta love the password. And Reptilian David Ortiz Jr. 2 boxes left in the first half. Not terrible so far, but we got some work to do. We got some work to do right now. Hope you guys are having a great Saturday night. It's been a lot of fun. It's been these Saturdays that you double shift just go so fast. It's crazy. Looking at the rest of the night and how packed in we are with how much stuff we got, it's like, man. Tonight's gonna go quick. It'll be 3 a.m. before I know it. Crush through these packs. I just see LT and JP. We're ripping live on Facebook, YouTube, Real Sports Cards app, and TikTok right now, so we're live everywhere. Yeah, the problem is if I hit the bounty, it's gonna make me stop for like 30 minutes and just scream. That'll for sure put a detour in the night. What do we have here? Is that a little orange? We've got Trey Yesavage. 13/25. Trey Savage, I like to call him, the Blue Jays. And 13 will be our new lowest serial number. Orange for the Blue Jays. And AL East to A Knicks. And nice Victor Rodriguez. Purple ink, 74/250. Been all over Victor Rodriguez tonight, too. The Dodgers and the NL West going to Matthew Novak. There you go, Matthew. Let's see. I'll just put the Yankees together here, I guess. Finally, some numbered ink. Coming in box number 5. Drew Jones on the X-Fractor. Luckily, everyone that would need to know is in a group chat, so it could be as easy as just one text. There's Jose Perdomo with a reptilian for the Braves. And David Ortiz Jr., 119/250 for the Rangers. I think everyone in the community would understand too. We've got Alejandro Rosario Reptilian. And Jose Perdomo, 193/199. I think everyone would be just okay if their breaks being 30 minutes late for me doing my celebration lap. We are just crazy overdue. There's Orelvis Martinez, red rookies. Eglin Perez, mini diamonds. All right, nothing yet. Nothing yet. Box number 6 coming up to be the halfway points. Don't forget, right after this, we've got that multi-year Bowman random. Just been a fun one for sure. Our next Pick Your Team mixer is full, but there is another one filling up right now. Also got a bunch of stuff that's not Bowman, too. For anyone else that wants to jump in. Make sure you take a look at that high-end baseball mixer, Pick Your Team. Some Dynasty, some Cactus Jack. A lot of fun stuff in that one. I'll pull some heat out of that break. I'm pumped for that one. We've got that Topps high-end mixer. We've got some Cacawao. We've got some football, mosaic basketball. I think he'll be fine. I mean, the fact of the matter is, it is super tough for a dude to come in, no matter how good he's doing in the minor leagues, and just start lighting it up. We've seen it with countless players, and then they turn it around. They get some experience. They get the nerves gone. They make some adjustments. I think Cags is a very interesting buy the dip candidate, and that is not investment advice. That is just the thoughts that go on in my own head. There is basing, Jared Sundstrom for the Mariners. The M's and the AL West to Jeff Deeden. And a little Aiden Smith, that's sick. 21/25, Orange Reptilian. Tampa Bay Rays and the AL East with the orange. More orange the better. X-Fractor Esteban Mejia. People forget, and you know, it's not to say anything about how he's performed since then. People forget how bad Julio was when he got called up. J-Rod. Brutal. Like, really bad. There's Sung Che Chang, 249/299. I'm pretty sure he got called down or sent down. There's Lamavita on a Reptilian. Don't quote me on that. I'm pretty sure he got sent back down, got brought back up a little bit later, and then just went crazy. His stuff did the biggest, like, whoop, whoop, whoop. Let's see. Jared Sundstrom, 309/350. Nick York with a little red rookies action. Yeah, so I was like, will that happen exactly for Cags? Who knows? Tin Cans Mini Diamond. I wouldn't necessarily be panic selling right now if I had much of his stuff. There's Marcos Torres on the Reptilian. It also is a learning lesson that when it comes to Bowman, you have to sell on call-up hype every single time. No matter what, no matter who, you have to. Because sure, there's going to be plenty of guys that you can say, oh, well, Emil, this dude, this stuff went nuclear even after he got caught. Like, yes, that happens, but the amount of times it has gone the other way heavily outweighs the amount of times that it hasn't. That's all I'm saying. Hey, it's kind of Trout's kind of a nobody. All right, that's our first half. Second half will be better. Second half will be better. Yeah, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, they just kind of picked off some of these guys that are like legit. I don't think I'm as big on Kurtz personally. I think he's legit. I think he'll be a great ball player. For some reason, I'm just not necessarily as high on him. I really, really like Jacob Wilson. I don't know if it's a style of play thing even too, much less than like how good they actually are. Yeah, 100%. It was wild because that was never the case. But yeah, they got some really nice pieces. I am a big Jacob Wilson fan. There you go, Eric. There you go. All right, base auto Chase Mobley for the Guardians. The AL Central going to Smart Guys Sports. Jesus Lopez with an X-Fractor. Didn't I say we need to start fading base autos? Or are we doing all these base autos because we're going to have a super auto here at some point? There's Walker Jenkins on a nice Reptilian. I would be fine with that, to be fair. I would be fine with that. Red rookies. Jace Young. Mini Diamond Esteban Gonzalez for the Guardians. Other thing I really like chasing out of these hobby cases is some of those SPs. There's Javier with the Reptilian. And numbered 167 to 350, Hagen Smith on the wave. I think it's down 5. Yeah, Witt's one of my favorites in the whole league, for sure. I got to see him. That's all good. I got to see him in AAA. I think it was one of his last AAA games, actually. And they're playing in Minnesota. And it was just so obvious that he was just that much better than every other player, no matter who it was on that field. Just faster, better hitter, could throw harder, everything. He's just legit. All right, 5 boxes left. I'll have to get a check-in on the rest of the nights at some point soon here. I know we're bucking up close on time. I might have to go in and readjust some things. Readjust, move some things back, switch some things up. Just to make sure we're keeping everyone aware of when stuff is going to be breaking. Yeah, that was just like before, a little bit too far before my time. 224 to 299. Cole Fontenelle with the speckle ink for the Angels. Like before I was going to games on my own, obviously, and being able to watch. Angels to the AL West and Jeff Deaton. There you go, Jeff. We'll knock the 2 Yankees guys. Get some more numbered ink up top. Yancel on the X-Fractor. That's why he's the GOAT. That's why Barry's the GOAT. DR in the house. What's going on, my friend? How you doing? There's Christian Moore, 27 of 150 on the blue paper. Reptilian Cam Smith. And Brady Montgomery, 28 of 299. AL Central there. Sky Blue Paper, 485 of 499. We were talking about him earlier. There's J-Rod. The Mariners and the AL West are going to take our new highest serial number. Julio Rodriguez goes up on the showcase. $11,400 on the line here. There's a red rookie, Brooks Lee. Mini Diamond, Rafael Flores. And we've got some orange. Orange Refractor, 1 of 25. Ashley Andahar, Colorado Rockies. The NL West with the Rockies going to Matthew Novak, knocking Trey Yesevich. Let's see, we'll knock Aaron Estrada and just keep the orange up top. We'll get rid of some of those base autos to hopefully detract any more from showing up. There's Robert Calaz on a Reptilian. And black paper, 2 of 10, Fabian Lopez. That's kind of sick. I like the black paper. I've seen so much black paper recently. Marlins and the NL East going to Matthew Novak, 2 of 10, Fabian Lopez. We'll just throw the Angels together and get Fabian up top. All right, we're down to 4 left now. Down to 4. I need this case to show us some more. Show us some love. This is Bowman number 296. It's ridiculous. It's a lot of Bowman, guys. It's a lot of Bowman. Let's keep ripping. Let's keep ripping. 4 autos left and plenty more color. At least give me a plate or something so we can give out a little bit of credit. Is that too much to ask? Fighting through these packs here. All right, let's go. Numbered ink and supers. There's Tariq Skubal to 175. 70, 175. And refractor ink to 499. Bo Walker for the Diamondbacks. There is NL West with the Diamondbacks to Matthew Novak. Or not Trey Yesovich to get Bo Walker up top. Malcolm Moore, 7 of 250. We've got 1 as our lowest serial number already. Malcolm Moore for the Rangers on the purple refractor. Conrad Kaysen on an X-fractor. How long are we going to have to go without seeing a superfractor? There we've got purple pattern paper, 34/199. Lucas Ramirez for the Angels. The password on a reptilian. I'm just focused. I'm locked in. I need it. There's Cole Fontenelle, 77 of 125 for the Angels. Saying earlier, I need the bragging rights, if nothing less. Jacob Wilson, nice red rookie there. Manny Diamond, Cole Fontenelle. Luis Angel Acuna, Rockstar Rookies. With George Klassen on a reptilian. I thought I was. Maybe I'm not. I feel like I'm locked in. All right, nothing else there. 3 boxes left now. Three boxes left in this hobby case. There's so much color to sleeve up here every single time. It's a good problem to have. I'm running out of top loaders. It's a good problem to have. Let me grab some more. Maybe we need a little reset, a little fresh top loader action. Get us going now. Game needs to be a super. Down to 3. We are down to 3 boxes left. I think it'll be after this box. I'll take a look at the rest of the schedule and kind of reschedule some things out. I think we're supposed to be going live with the random right about this time. I gotta figure out where we're gonna fit some more Bowman in tonight too. If we don't hit the super in one of these next 3 boxes, we are definitely posting some more. There is Javier Magalone with the base auto for the White Sox. AL Central. Mr. Spark Guys Sports. There is Kevin McGonigal with a nice X-Fractor for the AL Central. AL Central box. There's Josue Briseño with a Reptilian AL Central box. And we've got Jose Ramirez, 117 of 125. AL Central box. NL Central. Blue, Sammy Stefora, 5 of 150 for the Reds. You got close to doing the sweep there. Shea Whitcomb with a red rookies. Max Clark mini diamonds. AL Central. There's Carlos Tavares with a Reptilian. And we've got blue, Braylon Payne, 119 of 150, blue for the Brewers. All right, we are down now to 2. Victor Rodriguez, purple ink, is still in the money mitts. Minus the super. That is something I would like to change here soon within these next 2 boxes. Let me take a quick second to take a look at the night here. Excuse me. We got chrome dust floating around everywhere. All right, let's see. 16 left. Let's see what I'm gonna do. Here's what I'm gonna do. Since we're full at 9:30 for that pick your team, I am going to push the random behind it. The jackpot will still, or sorry, the bounty will still stay, but I think that'll just work out better time-wise. So we have that mixer, and then we'll go live at, what is that? So 9:30. You know, we'll just call it 10 o'clock. And so then with that going to 10, we're going to have to push that Topps mixer back to, well, let's see. Then we got another Bowman that we'll do at 10:30. Yeah, we're gonna mess around with a lot of stuff right now. Let's see. That'll go 10:30. You guys are getting the behind the scenes right now of managing everything here. What I'm going to do right away too is we're going to push soccer back. And then Kakawau is going to go a little bit later as well. I think that should free up a little bit. All right, then we got to find somewhere to move this Topps mixer. I'm going to throw that at like 11:45. Which is where there's a space for it. And that one, I think, needs a little bit more time anyways right now. Don't miss out on that Topps mixer. Titus did that same one last week. And I need to get the bragging rights that I had a better Topps mixer than he did. So don't miss out on that. All right, I think we're looking good now. So, all right, perfect. Then the only other question is going to be where we're going to put more Bowman. All right, 2 boxes left. Don't worry, we'll find some more space or some more time for Bowman somewhere. Even if we have to go all night and rip every single box in the place, we'll find some more time for Bowman somewhere. So last 2 boxes of the Hobby Divisional. Two autos left and a whole bunch of color. Let's go. Good luck, guys. Give me something. Give me something. There is Yellow X-Fractor Slade Caldwell. It's a sweet one. 40/75 for the Diamondbacks. 40/75 Slade Caldwell. NL West. Going to Matthew Novak. And I said, Matthew. Sitting in there. And Speculate to 299. Alex Mooney for the Guardians. And a little more AL Central action. I think I'm going to knock Fabian Lopez to get some more Speckle ink up top. We still need to find like a Spotlights or an anime or something. Corey Lewis on the X-Fractor. I have no idea. I don't know. Million seems a little heavy, but plenty. Cameron Sullivan with a Reptilian. The base paper is called base paper for a reason. It is definitely not meant to be limited. See some color coming up. Romeo Sanabria, 176/399. Reptilian James Tibbs for the Giants. With nothing else there. Roki Sasaki, Rookie of the Year favorites. Red Rookies, Kevin Alcantara for the Cubs. see some champagne swirls yet? Sung Che Chang on these mini diamonds. We do not at the end of this box. One box left to do it here. It is down to some last box mojo that we need bad. All right, here we go, guys. Let's do it. Last box of the break. Bowman Hobby number 296 on the full caser. Let's see it now. There's that. All right, here we go. Finally through all these packs. Last box mojo time. Good luck, everyone. Here we go. We've got green grass. Nice. Kevin McGonigal with the green grass. Number 61 of 99. AL Central. I'm a sucker for the green grass. I'm not gonna lie. I'll put him up there next to Jesus My Day just because I like that card. Here we've got, there's our last auto. That's actually a really cool one. 50 of 99. Colt Emerson, VIP Inc. The Seattle Mariners to the AL West. And Jeff Deeden. There you go, Jeff. Colt Emerson, VIP Inc. And now we super chase. A non-auto Rafael Flores on an X-Fractor. You don't see those VIP autos, or just insert autos in general too often. Walker Janik, 220 of 499 for the Astros. Reptilia, nice Luis Pena for the Brewers in the NL Central. There's a couple base chrome. Last stack of the break now. There is red rookie Thomas Sagis. Jesus Tolero mini diamonds. I see some color there. Ronald Acuna Jr., 151 of 399. O'Neal Perez, Reptilian. And that, my friends, is going to wrap us up on the divisional. I failed you guys, unfortunately, but we are going to keep ripping Bowman. The bounty note now goes to 11,450 for that multi-year random. Again, because that was dropped first on the app, that has the precedence, even though we're going to rip the pick your team first. So 11,450. I'm going to go in there and update the title. I'm also going to, once we end this, drop another pick your team for a little bit later tonight. We're going to hit this thing tonight, guys. I am so determined. I want to hit this thing so bad. But I appreciate you guys filling this thing up and hanging out with me. The madness continues. And with that, we will go through and recap this one. Starting off with all of our red rookies. We've got Thomas Sagis, Kevin Alcantara, Shea Whitcomb, Jacob Wilson, Brooks Lee, Jace Young, Nick York, Elvis Martinez, Tomiyuki Sagano, Adil Amador, Caden Dana, Roki Sasaki. A whole bunch. Let me actually, I like sorting these out before we recap them. All these mini diamonds, X-fractors, and reptilians that are all unnumbered. All right, here we go. You can see the reptilians are the most common. So we got, we've got Caleb Lomavita, Marcos Torres, Jose Perdomo, Alejandro Rosario, Jack Penny, David Ortiz Jr., Richard Maddock, Yun Seok Jang, Chen Wei Lin, Christian Moore, Seaver King, Luis Pena, O'Neal Perez, Cameron Sullivan, James Tibbs, Josue Briseño, Carlos Tavares, The Password, George Klassen, Cam Smith, Robert Galaz, Walker Jenkins, Javier Magalone. We've got mini diamonds here. Kevin Castillo, Kellen Lindsay, Ricardo Yan, Sammy Hernandez, Egleen Perez, Tink Hentz, Esteban Gonzalez. Oh, that's a sparkle. Never mind. That one is at least. Rafael Flores, Cole Fontanelle, Max Clark, Sung Che Chang, Jesus Tolero, X-Fractors, Cobb Hightower, Walker Janik, Ichiro Kano Hernandez, Fabian Lopez, Drew Jones, Esteban Mejia, Jesus Lopez, Jansel Villarreal, Conrad Kaysen, Kevin McGonigal, Corey Lewis, and Rafael Flores. With that, we've got out of $4.99 Sky Blue Paper, Walker Janik and Cody Freeman. Numbered to $3.99 Neon Green Paper, Ronald Acuna Jr., Romeo Sanabria. Silver Waves to $3.50. We have Walker Jenkins, Hagen Smith, Jared Sundstrom, The Password, and Javier M. On a $2.99 Speckle Braden Montgomery, Fuchsia Paper, Sung Che Chang. Number 2, $1.99. Paper, Lucas Ramirez, Refractor, Jose Perdomo, and Cam Caminiti. Numbered to $2.50. We've got Malcolm Moore, David Ortiz Jr., and a paper, Cam Smith. To $1.75. Tarek Skubal. Number 2, $1.50. Sammy Stafora, Braylon Payne, Christian Moore paper, Lazaro Montes, Yeremy Cabrera. The $1.25 paper, Jose Ramirez, and Aqua Refractor Cole Fontanelle. To $75, Slade Caldwell, I like that card, Cameron Sullivan. Orange to $25, we've got Trey Yasovich and Aiden Smith with the Fabian Lopez black paper to $10 for the Marlins. And that brings us to base autos. We've got Javier McGullen, Aaron Estrada, Egleen Perez, Ingrid Urania, Chase Mobley, Jared Sundstrom. And to our showcase, Cole Fontanelle. First the George Klassen base auto and Cole Fontanelle Speckle Ink. The Angels going to the AL West and Jeff Deeden. Bo Walker refractor auto for the Diamondbacks. The NL West going to Matthew Novak. Cole Emerson VIP Ink 50 of 99. Mariners for the AL West and Jeff Deeden. Alex Mooney Speckle Ink got a $2.99 Guardians going to the AL Central and Smart Guy Sports. Kevin McGonigal on the green grass first Bowman. Just a cool card. AL Central to Smart Guy Sports. Jesus Made, blue reptilian refractor to 150. Brewers to the NL Central and Tim Clark. And then our point scores. We've got the lowest serial number. The Rockies, Ashley Andahar going to the NL West and Matthew Novak. Highest serial number, 45 of 499. Julio Rodriguez going to the Mariners in the AL West, and Jeff Deeden. And Money Mitt hit of the break, Victor Rodriguez, purple refractor auto out of 250. The Dodgers to the NL West as well, and Matthew Novak. All right, let's get our points added up here for the summer road trip. All right, so we've got Money Mitt hit is NL West to Matthew Novak. We've got lowest serial number is NL West to Matthew Novak. I'm blanking on that. The Rockies are indeed NL West. And then the highest serial number is going to be AL West, going to Jeff Deeden. And there we go. Let me switch you guys over. I will show you where our standings are at. For the current weekly segment leaders, Cooper in top with 27. Ammo tied him at 27. Dave Stevens at 25. C.R. Scott at 24. Mr. President 23. It's a close race that ends after Sunday. And up top, we got Ammo in the lead. Jeff Renshaw in second. Mr. President and Wrestle Freak tied for third. And a bunch of other people catching up. So with that, guys, that's going to do it. I'll be back live here shortly with our Pick Your Team.